When you first open up AutoCAD 2009 by double-clicking on the AutoCAD 2009 icon on your desktop, you'll be greeted with this particular workspace. This is the 2D drafting and annotation workspace, and in AutoCAD 2009 it is very different. It's unlike previous versions of AutoCAD. The reason being it has the ribbon at the top of the screen and utilizes tabs and panels. Now if we look at the top of the screen here, we can see that we have the Home tab, the Blocks and References tab, the Annotate tab, the Tools tab, the View tab, and the Output tab. Very different to the old pull-down menus in previous versions of AutoCAD. But you'll notice each tab has its own set of panels. So if I now go back to the Home tab, you'll see that I've got my Draw panel, my Modify panel, my Layers panel, my Annotation panel, my Blocks panel, Properties, and Utilities. If I click on Utilities there, I can utilize the zoom commands, for example. If you move away from a panel, as you can see, it goes back and disappears, so to speak. Now this is the 2D drafting and annotation workspace. If I want to work in 3D, what I need to do is utilize what they call workspace switching. Now I can generate my own workspaces if I want to, but that's more intermediate advanced AutoCAD skills. What we're looking at here is getting you guys to work with the workspaces for your Autodesk certification exam. So the workspace switching is down here on the status bar. It looks like a gear wheel, a cog. When I click on workspace switching, I get the option for 2D drafting and annotation, 3D modeling, or AutoCAD Classic by default. Notice as well I have Save Current Workspace As. I can change my workspace settings and I can customize. We're not going to look at those right now. What we're going to look at are the default workspaces. So let's click on 3D modeling and see what happens. You'll notice the screen changes, and what it's doing there is it's going into a workspace now that will allow me to work and 3D model in AutoCAD 2009. Notice the Home tab now has 3D modeling, Draw, Solid Editing, Modify, View, Layers, Properties, and Utilities, different to the 2D drafting and annotation workspace. Notice the tabs are different, they follow a different workflow. I can visualize now using visual styles and edge effects in AutoCAD. The view is also different. I've got UCS, I've got viewports, I've got palettes, I've got 3D palettes as well. So you'll notice that the 3D workspace is different to the 2D workspace. For those of you that are used to older versions of AutoCAD with your pull downs and your toolbars, again that has been catered for by Autodesk. If I click on workspace switching again here and go to AutoCAD Classic now, what you'll notice now is the screen changes again, but now I've got my standard pull downs, my file pull down, I have my format pull down, and you'll notice they're the same as previous versions of AutoCAD previous to AutoCAD 2009. Notice as well I have my draw toolbar here. When I click on the line command and come into the drawing area, I can start drawing, and then I'm drawing some lines like so. I can right click or enter on the keyboard to finish the line command. The modify toolbar is over here on the right, so I click on erase and I can go in and I can select the objects I want to erase, just like I can in older versions of AutoCAD. Notice as well by default the tool palette window has appeared. I can close that by clicking on the cross there. So I now have a AutoCAD Classic workspace like older versions of AutoCAD. To get back to the 2D drafting and annotation workspace, again it's back to the workspace switching icon. Click on 2D drafting and annotation, and I'm now back to the 2D drafting and annotation workspace with the ribbon at the top of the screen. AutoCAD remembers which workspace you are in. So if I now closed AutoCAD in the 2D drafting and annotation workspace, the next time I open up AutoCAD, I will be in the 2D drafting and annotation workspace.